Come and eat. Shan audio web novel chapter 15. Big Boss is playing it cool once again. Shan, unable to blink, looks at Feng Teng in the midst of the crowd. Big Boss is really an example of perfection. The chandeliers shine brightly. Feng Teng walks leisurely into the ballroom. He wears a business suit. On the outside is a black coat, looking exceptionally masculine, polished. Shan's eyes unconsciously follow him until her view is blocked by a tall manager. Shan pulls back her gaze, looks around. Everyone else is also staring like her, some even standing on tiptoes for a better look. Unhappiness more or less fills her heart. How disdainful. Big Boss is playing it cool once again. Men who attract flirtatious women are no good, dressing handsomely. Does he think he is a model walking the catwalk at a fashion show? Shan mutters to herself, suddenly realizing Big Boss's eyes zeroing in on the corner where she is standing. She mulls over the possibility. Has he discovered her? Is there a radar detector inside Big Boss's head? Ellipsis. Shan stiffly turns away, staring intently at the stakes in front of her. Steak. Why are you a steak? As soon as Feng Teng arrives, the man and woman MCs walk on the stage to announce the start of the party and begin a long speech filled with good wishes. When it is over, Feng Teng walks on stage to give his speech. An explosion of applause breaks out, then silence descends over the noisy atmosphere. Shan secretly sneers, thinking all big bosses are threatening and can scare people. She looks up to see Feng Teng speaking. Hearing his calm voice, suddenly feeling the person on stage is a stranger. Although she often sees Feng Teng, this is Shan's first time watching him giving a speech in front of many people. It is an odd feeling. At this moment, he exudes a particular temperament, undemanding but easily suppressing everything else, controlling the entire atmosphere, inspiring admiration from listeners. He appears confident and elegant. His movements are not exaggerated, but every word is compelling and exhilarating. In the end, what does it matter? Shan thinks in confusion. Probably. The feeling of being so unreachable. The applause breaks out loudly. Shan discovers Feng Teng has finished, claps once or twice along with everyone else. And then, cough. In general, deep and complex emotions do not bother Shan more than 3 minutes. When the applause ends, Shan immediately shoves aside her strange emotions, happily holding her plate and running everywhere. Beef. Lamb. Crab legs. It is like finding a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Whatever she can pile on her plate, the food in front of her is the priority right now. Shan eats cheerfully. Suddenly a man cries out in surprise. Miss Zhu. Almost choked. Shan tries hard to swallow the food in her mouth. Turns around. It is Miss Feng's husband. Is his name not Yan King? Shan politely greets him. Hello, Mr. Yan. Yan King is the general manager of a subsidiary and does not visit the company headquarters often. Tonight he is at the party in the capacity of a senior director. This is Shan's first meeting with him again after the baby's banquet.
Yan King looks at her, full of emotions. Miss Zhu, finally we meet again. My wife and I don't know how to properly thank you. We owe you too much. Huh. Oh, what? Did she not just donate blood one time? And they already thanked her a long time ago. Shan is a little surprised. Mr. Yan, you mustn't worry, it was nothing. How can it be nothing? Yan King is still emotional. When you had an accident last month, I was on a business trip. Thanks to Miss Zhu for helping, or I'll regret it forever. Yan King says, Yu is still in the hospital. When she feels better, we have to invite you for another meal. Shan blinks, finally understanding Yan King. Does he think she donated blood the second time? Shan quickly explains, Mr. Yan, there's a mistake. Yan King. Shan's explanation is interrupted by a voice. Big Boss. Shan looks in the direction of the voice, unconsciously hiding the huge plate of food on the table behind her. Feng Teng does not look at her, only speaking to Yan King. And he's looking for you. Yan King surveys the room, smiles and tells Shan, Miss Zhu, I have to go, we'll talk next time. Oh yes, goodbye. Shan nods. Yan King leaves, only Zhu, Shan and Feng Teng are left in the corner. Silence descends. Shan calls out, President. Feng Teng does not bother to look away, picks up a wine glass on a nearby table, looks towards the center of the ballroom, slowly drinks the wine. What is he doing? Does she need to bow down before he leaves? The silence makes Shan feel uneasy. Remembering what had happened, Shan says hastily, President, Mr. Yan seems to have made a mistake. He thinks I donated blood this time too. If it's a mistake, then let it be a mistake. Fang Teng puts down the wine glass and tells her, if you see him later, don't deny it. Shan is puzzled. Why? It is like stealing someone else's effort. Shan feels guilty. Don't ask so much, Fang Teng says coolly. Of course he has a plan for the future, but he is not telling her. She would not understand anyway. Oh, his lack of explanation makes Shan a little sad. The complex emotions she previously pushed aside return. If he does not want her to say anything, then she will not. And she is not the person holding back the truth. She is just an accomplice, but only under coercion. Shan is depressed, tries to think of an excuse. President, I'll go look for Ahme. I won't bother you. She says and prepares to leave. Hold on. Fang Teng stops her. Who says you can go? Big Boss speaks with an insufferably arrogant tone. Follow me. Help me drink wine when I'm asked by other people. Shan is stunned. Help him drink wine. Did she hear wrongly? Is this not done by a man? Big Boss wants her to do it. Shan is angry. Of course, capitalists think women are the same as men and men are the same as animals. President, I'm not your secretary. Hearing her refusal, Fang Teng appears displeased, reminds her coolly, your year-end bonus. How mean. Using this threat again. Shan fumes, argues courageously, President, we have a union. You cannot deduct money without cause. Or I will file a complaint. Union. Fang Teng raises his eyebrows, asks slowly, who pays them?
Why did she feel Big Boss is unreachable? He needs to get lost to the other side of the universe.